Chief Ranger Jim Lewis of Stones River National Battlefield. We're standing next to a pretty unique piece of artillery. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this is the Wiard, there's all W-I-A-R-D rifle, which you don't see a whole lot of because frankly there was only, I think, about 42 of them actually made, and only about 3 dozen actually made it into service during the Civil War. Mr. Wiard was a very good engineer, at least when it comes to artillery. The gun itself is made out of a sort of an iron composite that is beginning to get us pretty close to what we would think of as steel. So it's although you can still see it as a heavy reinforce for the thing. This gun was this smaller version, was able to fire a projectile on, from this carriage here, which is really Mr. Wiard's best part of the design. It allows the gun to be elevated, the muzzle to be elevated a great deal more than the old number 1 and number 2 carriages. And you could fire this weapon and hit it, fire at a target almost 5 miles away, which actually during the Civil War is almost meaningless, because where on a Civil War battlefield can you actually see 5 miles, okay? And in fact, this design of carriage, which is even better balanced than the number 1, number 2, number 3 versions of the Civil War, is so good, in fact, that the U.S. government will basically steal its design and use it in the later part of the 19th century, right into the early 20th century, as the predominant carriage design for artillery. For all that he had as a good engineer and designer and producer, Mr. Wiard was not much of a businessman. The reason so few of these were actually made and sold is because he would not sell just the cannon to the government, the federal government. He had designed these cannons so that they would actually fit on the number 1 and number 2 carriages. I don't know why, if he wanted to go the way he ended up going, but when he offered it, the government did want the cannons, but they had plenty of carriages. Ultimately, Mr. Wiard will say, nope, it's a package deal, take it or leave it, which the federal government left. And so basically, the only ones of these guns that will actually ever be purchased and make it into the field are about a little less than 3 dozen that are purchased by the governor of Ohio and issued to his batteries going out into the field. And the Excelsior Brigade will also purchase some to be part of their artillery. And this gun here and its twin, well, not twin, it's a bigger brother over on the corner of the road over here, are marking the position of Battery M of the 1st Ohio Light Artillery, which had 4 Wiard rifles, 2 of the smaller versions and 2 of the larger ones here at the Battle of Stones River.